With Doubtnut, get instant video solutions to all your maths, physics, chemistry, and biology doubts. Just click the image of the question, crop the question, and get instant video solution. Download Doubtnut app today.
Hi everyone, so we are given with a question which says a galvanometer measures current which passes through it. A galvanometer can measure typically a current of order of milliampere. To be able to measure current of order of amperes of main current, a shunt resistance S is connected in parallel with the galvanometer. So if resistance of a galvanometer is 10 ohm and maximum current Ig, that is current through galvanometer, is 10 milliampere, then the shunt resistance required so that main current I can be up to 1 ampere in ohm is. So we need to basically check how much shunt is required so that a galvanometer can measure 1 ampere current. Alright, so let's try to understand the construction of it first as per the given question. Here we can see, as we know, galvanometer is a device which just measure a very low value of current. But what if it has to measure high value of current? So we will convert galvanometer into ammeter. So this is the diagram which is showing how we convert the galvanometer into ammeter. It is just by shunting a galvanometer with a shunt resistance. So what exactly will happen is the current, that is higher value of current, will get divided into two parts, and the ratio we will take, and we can easily calculate the value of I. Alright, so this is how the galvanometer is converted into ammeter, just by shunting it with a high resistance value, a low resistance value, because we know current follows a low resistance path. So when high value of current comes through here, so at this junction much of the current will flows through shunt because of its low resistance, and the means remaining value of current will pass through the galvanometer, and in short we can say galvanometer will be protected from getting damaged. Alright, so let's begin. As we can see, a galvanometer and shunt are in parallel combination. Galvanometer and shunt are in parallel, and we know whenever the two elements are in parallel, that is two resistance are in parallel, so the potential difference across them is same. So we can write potential difference across galvanometer will be same as potential difference across shunt. Alright, so from here we can write potential difference across galvanometer can be written as Ig into G, that is by Ohm's law. V equals to IR we are using, and shunt will be, the current through shunt is Is, as we can see, Is into S. Alright, so here we can give the reason since V equals to I into R. So now we have been given with the value of Ig, that is 10 milliampere. We have been given with the resistance of galvanometer, that is 10 ohm, and we have been given with maximum current, that is I is been given as 1 ampere. Let's say this is our equation number 1. So now we can say we can write I equals to nothing but Ig plus Is. From the diagram we can see, or we can say we are applying KCL at this junction. So either way we can understand this. So from here the value of I is been given as 1 ampere, and the value of Ig is given as 10 milliampere. So if we subtract both of these values, so we can write Ig minus of 10 milliampere can be written as 10 raised to minus 4, or 10 raised to minus 2, and this is the value of Is. Now if we substitute this value in the above equation, we can say Ig is given as 10 milliampere, that is 10 into 10 raised to minus 3, that is 10 raised to minus 2, into G is been given as galvanometer resistance is given as 10. So here we are writing it from 1. From 1 we are writing this, and that is equals to Is, we have just calculated it as 1 minus of 10 raised to minus 2, and into the shunt, that is we are interested in finding. Therefore from here we can say it is 10 raised to minus 1 dividing it by, this can be written as 1 minus of 1 by 100. Alright, so this is the value of shunt we will get. Therefore, on solving further, we can say this 1 by 10 raised to 1 can be written as 1 by 10, and in denominator it will become 99 by 100. Alright, on solving this, we can say the answer comes out to be 10 by 99 ohms. Alright, so this is the value of shunt we are getting, and this matches with option B. So I hope you have understood the concept and how to solve it, and thank you for watching.
For class 6 to 12, IIT JEE and NEET level. Trusted by more than 5 crore students. Download Doubtnut app today.